Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. At this point, our President will have a tour and inspection of the Skills eHub exhibits and our job fair. He is joined by DICT Secretary Henry Ruel Aguda, Pasay City Mayor Imelda Calixto Rubiano, Private Sector Advisory Council Jobs Lead Mr. Jose Maria Concepcion III, SM Investments Corporation Vice Chairperson Ms. Teresita C. Coson, and SM Supermalls President Mr. Stephen Tan. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, the President is at the APC IBM Skills Build booth. The Asia Pacific College and IBM have installed a joint learning and interactive space that welcomes visitors to experience AI firsthand through the guidance of our experts in the field using our laptop and television screens. Panels and cutout standees complete the picture with both IBM and Asia Pacific branding. Right now, the President is going to the Skills eHub booth, a partnership between SM and the Department of Information and Communications Technology for digital upskilling booths in SM job fairs. The DICT Booth 1 Cisco, HP Life, Net ACAD, handled by Tech for Ed DTC. The Tech for Ed DTC is creating community hubs to bridge the digital divide by offering free ICT trainings, digital skills development like Cisco, data science, and e-services, empowering Filipinos with essential tech skills for jobs and growth. With recent awards recognizing top-performing centers nationwide, it offers free access of Cisco, HP Life, Net ACAD digital platforms for learning, and certifications for all of the participants. And now the President is at the TUPAD booth or the Tulong Panghanapbuhay sa Ating Disadvantaged Workers booth. Now the President is going to our Government Service Express booths. The Government Services one-stop shop for our job seekers in need of pre-employment services such as the PSA, BIR, DTI, and Pag-ibig. PSA offers national ID assistance, BIR for TIN issuance, DTI for business name registration and business counseling, and Pag-ibig for online membership, MP2, and Pag-ibig loyalty card. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the President is visiting several of our booths right here at the Job Fair Plus Skills eHub at the Music Hall SM Mall of Asia. Right now, the President is at the Job Street Resume Clinic. Job Street is an SM partner who can provide consultations on adjusting or improving the resume of all of our job seekers. Once again, it's at the Job Street Resume Clinic. Right now, the President is at our HOTS booth, or the Hired on the Spot booth. To all of our employers, we'd like to request all of you to please instruct your new hires to go to our HOTS booth after they are hired. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Panahon na ng pagbabago, dahil sa ito ay kinakailangan. Tayo na magtulong-tulong na maunlarin ang mahal nating bayan.
Panahon na ng pagbabago, dahil sa ito ay kinakailangan. Tayo na magtulong-tulong na paunlarin ang mahal nating bayan.
You may now be seated.
Panahon na ng pagbabago.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we bring together the government, private sector, and the Filipino workforce in one united movement dedicated to opportunity, empowerment, and progress through this Job Fair Plus Skills eHub. To formally begin our program, we call on the lead of the Private Sector Advisory Council Jobs Group, Mr. Jose Maria Concepcion III, for his welcome remarks.
Good morning. First of all, I'd like to welcome our President, Ferdinand Marcos, for gracing this occasion. Of course, Ms. Tessie Coson, you're supposed to be here and give the speech, but I'm doing it for you. Again, to all our aspiring job seekers, we hope that you would find a job soon. SM has been a big partner with the private sector. For the last 20 years, we have been doing events in malls like this, and SM led the way opening the doors for our negosyo events, generating more, helping more MSMEs scale up. But what is important is the bottom line. How can we employ more Filipino people? Trabaho at negosyo. These are two elements that are very important for our country to succeed as one of the tiger economies in ASEAN. To the efforts of the private sector, the advisory council that the President has organized, we've been working countlessly to help not only our job seekers but our MSMEs. As we scale up our MSMEs, they will be able to hire more people. There are more micro, small, and medium enterprises than large businesses. That is where the golden opportunity is. Scale them up so that they can hire more people. And basically, the skills program that the PSAC, Tessie, myself, and the council have organized, this is where we're focusing. Events such as this, where we get all. Last week, Saturday, I was surprised to see this hall. Close to 5,000 people were lining up and attending that event that we had. So, we in big business, we have to help those at the bottom of the pyramid. For them to be able to seek a job, you have to upskill them so that they can get better jobs. And of course, our MSMEs, we have to handhold them. I hope under the leadership of President Marcos that when he reached his final day as president, that we would be able to see the effects of what we have done. The private sector carries that role, that responsibility. We have been fortunate to grow our businesses. But this country will not grow if we don't help those struggling entrepreneurs, people looking for jobs. I believe every Filipino must be employed, or if they can do it better, start a business. And that's why, for the last 20 years, we have been pushing negosyo. But this time, it will be called trabaho at negosyo. Yun ang kailangan natin for us, the Philippines, to be truly a great nation. And I thank the President for being active, supporting the private sector, and he is the reason why we are motivated to help many of you out there. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Mr. Concepcion. At this point, may we call on Department of Information and Communications Technology Secretary Henry Ruel Aguda to introduce our guest of honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you to our DICT Secretary, Secretary Henry Aguda. Please, everyone take your seats. Our constant host, Pasay City Mayor Imelda Calixto Rubiano, the lead of the PSAC, or the PSAC is what, kung makita ninyo, meron dito nakalagay na PSAC. That is the Private Sector Advisory Council. Ito po yung council na nagbibigay ng tulong sa pamahalaan at nakikipagkonsulta kami sa mga negosyante para maging maayos ang ating ekonomiya. Yan po ay ang head ng Private Sector Advisory, lead of the Private Sector Advisory Council when it comes to jobs, yung ating kaibigan si Mr. Joey Concepcion, na napakatagal na I think for the majority of his adult life, he has been working on this, on small businesses, and we see the effects of that hard work that he has put in. Ang maganda kay Joey, talagang he means it. Talagang this is his advocacy, this is his passion, and we thank him for all the assistance that he has provided with us. And of course, the SM Investment Corporation Vice Chairperson, Ms. Tessie Coson, another very, very valuable and important partner of the government. Kasama din siya po sa PSAC at marami siya, ito mga ganitong job fair ay ginagawa niya talaga sa lahat ng mga mall ng SM. At kaya tayo nagpapasalamat kami, magpapasalamat lahat ng mga nandito na dumaan sa job fair na nagkaroon na ng trabaho. At nagkaroon lang ng trabaho dahil nga sa mga job fair na ino-organize natin together with the government, together with the private sector, such as Joey Concepcion and Tessie. Si SM Supermalls President Stephen Tan, mga kasamahan ko sa pamahalaan, mga kababayan, magandang tanghali po sa inyo lahat. We reaffirm today what is possible when the public and the private sectors come together with a shared purpose to uplift the lives of our people. Time and time again, this partnership has proven to be one of the strongest drivers of national development. Today is no exception. Since 2023, our partnership with the Private Sector Advisory Council, or PSAC, through its Trabaho para sa Bayan, or Job Opportunities Building Skills, has opened many doors to Filipinos. We have organized more than 5,000 job fairs across the country, reaching over 1.3 million job seekers and helping more than 200,000 of them who get hired on the spot. In these times, when many Filipinos are having a hard time finding employment that matches their skills, their interests, and their aspirations, we all recognize that this is our responsibility to ensure that assistance is something that meets them wherever they are. Kaya po nandito tayo ngayon upang gawing mas madali, abot kamay, at makabuluhan ang pagkakataong maghanap ng trabaho, madagdagan ang kasanayan at magsimula ang kabuhayan. Through the partnership of SM, DOLE, and DICT, we are holding this job fair plus skills e-hub here at SM MOA Music Hall. DOLE is simultaneously holding job fairs in 8 other sites nationwide. Hindi lang po dito, kung hindi sa iba't ibang lugar sa buong Pilipinas. This hub brings together a large-scale job fair and digital upskilling. Bakit natin napapag-usapan lagi ang upskilling? Dahil ang trabaho ngayon ay mabilis ang pagbabago at ang mga pangangailangan ng marurunong na gawin ang trabahong yan. Tayong lahat ay nararamdaman natin ang bilis ng takbo at ng progreso ng teknolohiya. Kaya lahat ng sektor ng ekonomiya ay kailangan makapaghanap ng kanilang mga manggagawa, kanilang mga magiging empleyado na meron silang natutunan na mga skills training para bagay yung kanilang alam doon sa kanilang magiging trabaho. Kaya't napakahalaga yung ating tinatawag na upskilling. Kaya para makarami ang bagong trabaho at makarami ang mga makakahanap ng trabaho dito sa ating mga job fair, ay kailangan din natin bigyan sila ng training para gayon nga mababagay ang kanilang kaalaman doon sa mga requirement ng ating mga employer. Kaya po, yung iba po dito, meron na rin po rito tayo, hired on the spot, dahil nakapag-training na po sila at handa na sila pumasok sa labor market, handa na sila makipagsapalaran dahil meron na silang bagong skills, meron na silang bagong kaalaman para pumasok dyan sa ganyang klaseng trabaho. Our partners from the Asia Pacific College, the National University, and IBM, nandito po sila They are here to showcase their digital upskilling stations and demonstrate AI training. Proof, once again, that the Filipino worker can and should not only adapt to the digital future, but to thrive in that digital future. At the same time, just a few steps away at Ayala Mall by the Bay, we are also hosting today a holiday MSME Bazaar that celebrates the creativity, the determination, and the entrepreneurial spirit of the Filipino. Every booth here tells a story of dreams pursued, of lessons learned, and of triumphs earned. These are the kinds of narratives that fuel our belief that small businesses, when supported, can become engines of national growth. Meanwhile, sa Robinsons, Manila, we have organized a JG Group Job Fair alongside the Lingkod Pinoy Government Agencies Caravan, Go Negosyo mentoring sessions, and PhilPost ID services and stamp exhibits. All of this is designed to make it easier for job seekers to process their requirements and to receive assistance in one convenient place. Today, the DOLE also released the payout of qualified Tulong Panghanapbuhay sa ating disadvantaged and displaced workers. At the same time, the department, DOLE, has also provided Bigasan Enterprises 19 sacks of rice, which will help to serve not only as seed capital, but as a meaningful boost to their daily operations. Together with this, the DOLE also awarded checks under Adjusted Measures Program for 5 MSMEs. We hope that government assistance will help you grow your business, improving enterprise viability, competitiveness, and productivity. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the support of our private sector partners, including our mall partners, the Private Sector Advisory Council, or PSAC. By organizing this event, the PSAC shows that they are not merely advisors, but contributors who are more than willing to work with the government in advancing the nation's priorities and their aspirations. Sa tulong ninyong lahat, napapalapit natin ang mga oportunidad sa bawat Pilipino upang magkaroon ang bawat isa ng mas maginhawa, mas maunlad, at mas masaganang buhay. Ladies and gentlemen, let us pray that the opportunities before you today encourage you to learn new competencies, enrich your experiences, share your talents with your communities. To our job seekers, make the most of this moment. Equip yourselves with new skills. Be open to new ways of doing things. The global workforce is changing very, very quickly. But I believe the Filipino will keep pace, even lead, when given the right support and the right opportunities. To our entrepreneurs, this is your stage. Show the excellence, the creativity, the innovation that define the Filipino spirit. Use this occasion to build partnerships, explore new ideas, and envision bigger possibilities. Be assured, this administration will continue to create a fair, transparent, and enabling business environment, one that encourages both local and foreign investments and rewards persistence with progress. Sama-sama natin buuin ang isang bagong Pilipinas kung saan ang mga pagkakataon at oportunidad ay mas malapit sa mamamayan. Ang ugnayan ng pampubliko at pribadong sektor ay mas pinatatag at ang ating pang-asenso ay abot kamay para sa lahat ng Pilipino. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang sambayanang Pilipino. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this point, may we request the President to kindly grant us a group photo with today's participants downstage. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, for granting us a photo opportunity. That concludes our morning program for the Job Fair Plus Skills eHub. Thank you, Mr. President, for gracing this event and for your steadfast leadership in strengthening job creation, skills development, and opportunities for Filipino workers nationwide. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Panahon na ng pagbabago, dahil sa ito ay kinakailangan.
May we request everyone to please remain in your respective places until the President has left the venue. We encourage all job seekers and participants to join our learning sessions happening this afternoon.